It's official.
It's official, sir.
Most High in Christ.
Lord, sir.
Lord be with you, brother. That's what we all wanted.
Right.
Until we get it. Most High in Christ, though. That's a glorious thing. Your name will live on.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah. All right. All right, we live. Let's go ahead, clap it up. All right, so like it, everybody out there. Let's start. We're just gonna get right into it. It's a Thursday night scripture breakdown class. I'm Preaching Officer 5000 Kasar Pakat. It's a Thursday night scripture breakdown class. We're in the building at 2213 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, California. If you're in the area, pull up. All right. Let's go ahead. Questions? Any questions in the room? Questions online? Go ahead.
So my question is in the book of 1 John.
All right.
Chapter 4. Forgot the verse. One more.
No, that's what. Take your time. Well, not take your time, but take your time. 1 John chapter 4. All right, while the brother get that going, we're gonna just let everybody know what do we got going on, man, in the school. Commander Junior Honda is gonna be in Buffalo, New York, coming up soon. Going out there, talking to the people, dealing with the people, having events. What else? Anything else we got? We got the Midwest Fire Weekend coming up, Detroit. That's gonna be glorious. Lord allow I can attend that one. All right, you found
it's actually, I read it wrong. It's in actually Matthew, chapter 24, verse 24.
Okay.
My question is, in that verse, the very elect, who is specifically the very elect?
All right, Matthew 24 and 24. Let's see, let me get there with you. All right, let's see. Let's go up a little bit. Let's go to verse 21. We'll come down real quick.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right.
No, nor ever shall be.
Right. So this is obviously talking about they came to Christ. They asked him, how will they know when the last days will be and what will be the signs of the times? And Christ is breaking down all the things that shall come, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It's going to be pestilence, famine, all these things going in the earth. And it's going to say it's going to be such a great tribulation or a trial or a time of pain and suffering like has never been before. Keep going.
Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened.
Right. And one more time.
And except those days should be shortened.
Right.
There should no flesh be saved.
Right. Like these are the times that are coming now, Akim. You understand? Like we're going to a time where if the days were not shortened, no one is going to survive this. This is going to be utter pure hell on earth. Right. And so we got to prepare for this mentally. We got to prepare for this spiritually. We got to be able to imagine and see these things, these prophecies that we read about. It's not something we just see in a book. It's going to be a real life situation, right? And how are you going to make it through these times, man? Through brotherhood, man. We can't fall weak in these times. This is the times we're supposed to be. It's an old saying I always heard before, man. In times of peace, one should prepare for war. Like this is the times that we have peace right now enough. It's still hell we living in our ghettos, right? But we got enough peace to prepare for war. You don't get to the battlefield and say you want to go to the gun range now and work on your shooting. It's too late for that. You don't want to start doing your push-ups when somebody's trying to kick in your door. You understand? You don't want to learn how to box when somebody's punching you in the face, in times of peace, you got to be prepared for war. And so I'm going a little bit further, but I just want to stress that because this is important right now. The stuff that we seen going on in the world, the way the Lord is going to be testing brothers in these last days, man, we're going to have to strengthen our spirit because it's going to be like nothing we've ever seen. Like, they can't tell you what to do. You understand? Daniel didn't see this. Moses didn't see this. Jeremiah didn't see this. We about to go through some stuff that no one else has seen. Noah, none of them, right? So we got to be extra on point. We keep going.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right. So the brothers and sisters that's in the truth, the elect, the ones that have been chosen, many are called, but few are chosen. The ones that come into the truth to be the leaders of the nation of Israel, that's the reason why the Lord is going to shorten his time. There's no other reason. What precept is similar to that? When did the Lord ever talk about or speak about something similar to this? He was going to destroy a lot of things, and he would not have. That's the last one we give you. Go ahead.
Sorry, sir. Would it be in the situation with Sodom and Gomorrah?
Correct. Get a brother in. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying if it was 50 good people in the city, he wouldn't destroy it. It was 20. It was 10. You know, he would not destroy that city. He couldn't find 10, so he destroyed the city. But since it's going to be those that are chosen, the elect now, that brothers in the truth, that are following the law, statutes, and commandments, that have brotherhood, that are building up their nation, then the Lord said, you know what? I'm gonna spare everyone. I'm gonna spare the world because of these brothers, right? Go ahead.
Verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Right. They're gonna start trying to do certain things. The same thing. That's the Christian church today. They're saying Jesus is with us. This is Jesus. This image. They're gonna. Who knows? They might be. What's that? Something called like Project Blue or anybody heard about that? Where they talk about making images of Jesus in the sky and trying to finesse people to believe that Christ is returned. No, I don't believe none of that. All right. That's not. You know. They're gonna have a big white man up in the sky. We know that's not him, right?
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs,
right,
and false prophets,
right,
and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible,
right,
they shall deceive the very elect.
Right. So this is twofold, right? You can take this two ways. Like you got to think about IUIC. These niggas say that we're the Israelites. We say we're the Israelites. They say that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people. We say that. You understand? We say you can't eat pork. They say you can't eat pork. We say you can't celebrate Christmas. They say you can't celebrate Christmas. Like these are the deceivers. These are the false prophets. These are the ones that showing signs and wonders. We can march 800 men down the street. Look at these great schools we build and look at all our fancy videos. And they are deceiving everyone that's following them. Right. The same way the Christian church does the same thing. The Roman Catholic Church, TD Jakes, they got 10,000 members. They're deceiving everyone. They're so good at deceiving, they could almost deceive the elect, right? Like the people that are really chosen to do this work, they so good at doing it, they can almost finesse you to following them. However, they can't because you're the elect. But on the flip side, when I say it's twofold, there will be some brothers that will fall to the wayside that have the knowledge of the truth and leave the truth because they're weak, because of the things that they're seeing going on and they're living and experiencing in these times is going to make them want to be Christian. Right. Make them want to get away from the truth because of whatever reason they feel like it's safer over here. It's safer to be a Christian because I can still get high. Like what I was listening to something earlier. The guy was like, he was saying, somebody says you going through something, say you stressed out, right? He said, man, say the real thing. You're scared. Right. You're in fear. Right. That's what it is fear. You understand? Like you can call it whatever you want, depression, stress, blah, 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 blah. You are in fear of something. This is why we enforce that. Who do we fear? The Father we fear, right?
Okay.
Because if you fear anything else, then you're going to fall into sin. There's no other option. They tell you, brother in the world, you about to get evicted from your place. What are you going to do? I'm about to go sell dope. I'm about to go send this broad. I'm about to go send the pound. I'm about to go hit a lick. You're going to do something wrong because you fear what? Being homeless. You fear my baby ain't going to have no diapers. You fear my rib going to leave me. You doing this. You fearing whatever your sin you're doing is because of a fear you have. All this sin is coming from fear. If you fear the Lord, you won't do these sins.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You fearing this brother is going to kill you. So you're going to go do something to him first. You don't fear the Lord. You're going to disobey him. When you should really, if you had your stuff in order, you know that he's a peon.
Right.
You understand? Like, he can't do nothing to you. He's the one that's got all the hitters. You know what I'm saying? He got angels. So you should organize who you fear, man. F that landlord. And then kick me out, I'm gonna be on the street, then Most High in Christ, man. I got the brothers in the truth. I ain't gonna be on the streets.
Right.
I'm not about to go sell dope and disrespect the Lord to have a home that he's gonna burn down. It doesn't make any sense. So like it, but
Right.
that's what it's saying. Like, don't get finessed out of the truth in the last days, man, by all these trials and tribulations that are coming. And then don't follow these false prophets that are gonna try to show you an easy way out. Because now you're in fear, you're gonna get high because you're in fear. And TD Jake's telling you can get high and you can have Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So you can get rid of your fear by getting high, and you can still follow the Lord by following this false prophet. That's what's going on in IUIC. So yep. So I'll go ahead.
That was a perfect breakdown. Just to get a little bit more into it. So it doesn't mean that some very like will be deceived or
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there will be, but they're not the elect because they were. You understand? So it's both. Like, if they could do it, they would do it, but then you find out who is who when they do it. You know, you're not the elect because you got finessed out of the truth. You know what I mean? But that's how strong and powerful it is. And some brothers are going to fall to the wayside that were in the truth, but they really were never with us.
Right.
That's the precept. They were never with us if they leave us. You understand? All right. Let's go to, you got any other questions, Zach?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody else?
No.
All right, let's get it. The nice topic is vengeance, right? Vengeance is the Lord's. This is what we always hear about. Let me get Exodus 15:3. Right? This is a hard concept for a carnal person. And that's the world that we grew up in carnality. There is no spirituality in the world. And they'd have watered down that term. They've watered down the whole concept behind being spiritual. When you think of spiritual, when they use that word, you think of some broad like Erykah Badu. Some broad burning incense and sage and meditating in the woods. No, that's not real spirituality. Spirituality versus carnality is realizing that there is something in you that is your spirit. Like, this is who you really are. It's not your flesh. You know what I mean? But if you look at life through your flesh and you take this as the real world, you're going to react to everything based on what's right in front of you. Meaning, long story short, like, I'm going to try to simplify, like, if, like I said, you're about to get evicted, you need a home. That's carnal. Your body needs a home. You're going to do whatever you can to make sure you have a home, whether it's sinning against the Lord or not. But you have a spirit that the Lord can destroy, and you will never have a body again. Like, you can die homeless, hungry, you starve to death doing something righteous, and be born again with your spirit, the same spirit again. Or you can give up your spirit and be in a home, and then the Lord destroy you. You never come back. You understand? Like, what does it cost to gain the world and lose your soul? You know what I mean? These are the type of things, but these people that's doing all this meditation and all that weird stuff, man, they are really carnal. It's like the opposite. They act like they're so holy and they can see through what's going on in reality. It's a bunch of garbage. But let me get that Exodus 15:3.
Oh, so 15.
Yeah. Let me try to do it for time's sake. Yeah, let's go ahead. You got it?
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is what?
A man of war.
One more time from the top.
The Lord is a man of war.
Like Yahweh, our power that we serve, is a man of war. He's with all of the business. He's not sitting on the sidelines like, I don't know. He's ready to get active. Brother used to say that back in the day, get active. Lord ready for that. He about that action. He created it. This is what he's about. Like, this is how you know this Bible is so cold, because ain't no other, I don't know who else is rocking like that. Like, what book to them, people in the world, they see contradiction. When they hear that, they think contradiction, because how can the Lord be someone of love and mercy and also be of war at the same time? Because in order to get peace, you got to have war, right? If you really care about something, you will be ready to go to war for it. If you don't, then you really don't love it. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can I say I have my son right here? I love you, son. I care for you, son. I'll do anything for you, son. And somebody come up in here and try to take my son. I'm just like, well, you'll be all right. You're a coward. You understand? Like, you don't love him, because you wasn't ready to go to war for him. You wasn't ready to die for him, right? But that's who the Lord is. The Lord is a man of war. The same way you're a father over that son, he's looking over you the same way. And this is why, give me Romans 12 and 19. This is the concept that's hard to understand until you grow in the truth, right? When you coming out of the world, we've been enforced. Like, y'all used to watch those gang shows on Gangland, and they always tell you, like, this is the 5 Deuce Hoover Crips from blah, and these are the zum Barus and GDs, and they go into breaking the whole gang down, and they're like, the number one rule of being in a gang is retaliation. If they do something to you, you gotta do something to them. And this is why they seeing all these break. That's the number one rule. Like, they do something to you, you gotta do something to them. If you don't, then you are gonna get ran over. That's the carnal world. This is what we've been taught. That's the rules, right? I mean, grandmama told us that. Somebody hit you hit them back.
Right.
This is common sense. It's so normal to say something otherwise is crazy. And that's why they say we are fools for Christ. Because you're not wrong. Like, that's what you should do. That's what you're supposed to do. You love that brother, you gotta do that. Get it done. You understand? That's the right thing to do. The Lord is a man of war. You're supposed to be a man of war. Somebody mess with him, your son, your daughter, do something, nigga. Right. That's what you're supposed to do. But why would you not? There's only one reason. This is the reason why. Let me get it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19.
Right.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
What?
Avenge not yourselves.
Keep going.
But rather give place unto wrath.
Right. Give place unto wrath. Like, get out of the way. You want this to happen. I want this to happen. Right. Give place to wrath. Get out the way, huh? Like, one of the way I remember, I don't know if it was Captain Soccer War. One of the way they broke it down to me coming up in the truth was like, all right, the Lord always likens us to a woman, right? Like, we his woman. Okay, now imagine you walking with your rib and somebody, God forbid, does something to her. Let's say they did something to her before, right? Let's say it was a week ago, you wasn't there. This cat didn't put hands on your rib or done something, you know what I mean? Offensive. When you go, she like, all right, I know where he at. I'm about to go over there. I'm about to go punch this nigga. I'm about to hit him with a brick. I'm about to go pull out a sword. I'm about to shoot this nigga. You like, nah, stand down. I got this. I'm gonna deal with him. I'm about to go see him. I'm gonna handle this. And she like, nah, fuck like that. You ain't got me. I'm about to go over there and handle it myself. How would you feel about that? You're right, boy. If your rib went to go slide on some nigga and you tell her you about to go handle it, and you know you better with the pistol than her. She never even used one before. You know you got brothers with you that's gonna come. We ready for war, and she's about to go get into a fist fight with a grown man. How would you feel about that?
So like if I make sure I feel disrespected.
What would you say?
I will feel disrespected.
Exactly. Why?
Because that's a battle that's not meant for her to handle. That's more of a battle that's set for me to handle. But either way it go, you're gonna lose the battle. Her, meaning
right.
She go against him with a pistol. If it don't go the way she think, he taking it and it's a wrap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So either way she goes, she gonna lose the battle. But me myself, I can handle it, and I'll be willing to take whatever comes along with me going to do it.
Right.
In her case, she probably, do that and then be stressed. Oh my God, I'm in here for life, man. Every time I'm like, I need this because he violated my wife.
Right.
He violated my kid.
Right.
I faithfully would do that. 100 years to get here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Get that brother in. You know what I'm saying? So now I want brothers to tie it on home and give my Wakanda chance on it. Now, what does that have to do with this? What am I trying to convey? Read it again.
Book of Romans chapter 12, verse 19.
Right.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves,
right,
but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine.
What does it say?
Vengeance is mine.
Right, go ahead.
I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right. Now, what am I trying to say with that? What was Adonai trying to teach me when he talked about you with your rib and then someone doing something and you saying you're going to handle it and then she go out and handle it on her own?
Sluggy, sir. It's saying that vengeance must be exacted.
Okay. You on to it?
Sluggy, sir. I'm not sure.
That's all you got? You want to go ahead? You're right?
Kind of, if I may, sir.
Right.
He's saying basically in his context is, there's not yourself. Don't let you take it upon yourself to go get evil with this person. And then he continues on. He said, but rather give place unto wrath.
Right.
Rather step to the side and let me come through and destroy it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might not be done in the time that you want it to be done.
Right.
I might not slide tonight. I might be more skilled than you. He waiting on it tonight.
Exactly.
But if I wait 2-3 weeks.
Right.
That's what you know what I mean? That's
not
wrong. Sir.
Nah, that's it. That's exactly it. And like you said, for one, you as the man, you ready to take it all the way there, regardless of the consequences. You know how to do it. You might do it, and she, like you said, she, I'm doing 100 years. Brothers that really know what they're doing, not gonna do no time. They're gonna get in there and get it done and get out. And like you said, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 2 years. Brothers and sat on cats for years. I don't know if everybody knows if I'm making this up. Brothers that sat on brothers for years and then got what they needed to get. That dude that told on Mac Dre, he got killed like 25 years later in front of his mama's house in Vallejo. They was making songs about him, all that Corey Dunn or whatever. It was like, yeah, it's a wrap. He thinking it's over. It's 25 years later. This nigga going to Lucky's.
Oh, shit.
So like, oh yeah. We gotta get him.
We got
Yeah. You know. Lord be with us. But but it's like, that he thought it was good. He think he's just going to Lucky's. He think he's just gonna go get some Swishers or a backwood, and it was over for him because he thought it was over, but they was calculating, waiting that whole time, and nobody ever got caught for that because no one seen it coming. Even the boys didn't see it coming. But go ahead, up.
If I may say just real quick,
Mhm.
that happened to a brother in Oakland.
Yeah.
He ended up doing something. He ended up getting a life sentence. He only served probably about 15 to 20 years.
Right.
But when he came home, he ended up getting unalive not even a year after being home.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just something the dude was well known.
Right.
So it's like people don't know who did it.
Right.
But whoever did it was waiting on him for whatever he did.
Right.
You know?
Right. So that's the spirit of what's being said right here. Is the Lord is not only saying, I got your back, I'm gonna do it better than you. Because where are we living at? What is this place called, Akim?
That's like our captivity.
Exactly. We're in slavery. We're not in our own nation. We don't have no legal system. It's called authorities for a reason. Somebody look up that. Well, what does the authorities mean? Let me see if that says what I wanted to say from what I know. The authorities, or let me see if we get the right answer. But long story short, right? We're not in our nation. We're not over the authorities. We don't have the authority. Maybe authority of violence. Authority of violence. See what comes up. Baba Shah. We're gonna speed it up. We'll get through these precepts.
So no authority about the authorities.
What does it say?
The definition of authorities is the power or right to give orders, make decisions, and enforce obedience.
Okay, that's part of it. Oh man, let me see. What is it? The monopoly on violence authorities. Let me see. Legitimate state monopoly. Legitimate state monopoly is violence state security. Okay, something like that. This is what is government monopoly on? A state monopoly on violence in political science and sociology is a concept that the state alone has the right to use or authorize the use of physical force. It is regarded as a defining characteristic of the modern state. This is a heavy point. Do you understand what's being said, or you want me to just break it down straight for time's sake? What is that saying?
It's saying that those in power are the only ones that have the authority, the right to pretty much cause discipline for anybody under them.
Yeah, you're right. But even in just violence, the state, the government is the only people that have the authority to commit violence. No one else has been given that pass in America, except the police, except the military, except the CIA, except the FBI. If you have not been authorized, if you don't have that shield, that badge that they gave you, you cannot just go kill somebody. You cannot just go arrest somebody. You can't put somebody in jail. You can't go to war with anybody. You don't have the right to do that, because anyone that does it without their authorization is going to go to jail. Or they're going to use violence on you to take you to jail until you listen to them. That's why, like, the movie or the game GTA, like how you get the stars. This is really what we live in. They don't stop coming. Like, outside of, Oakland, a little bit the Bay Area, you run from the police, they may stop chasing you because people run so much. But in essence, 9 times out of 10, if you get 1 star, they don't stop coming for you until they get you. Right. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to keep coming. Whether you got 2 stars, now we're going to send 2. We're going to send 4 cars. We're going to send 10. Then we're going to send the black cars and the FBI, whatever. Like, you do something against them, they don't stop coming until you are underneath their authority, until you're obeying them. Right? So now we're in captivity. You want to go and get vengeance for yourself because you know it's right. But the Lord is saying, if you do it just like your woman goes and does something, you're going to end up in there underneath their authority. But if I do it, I'm going to get away with it. I'm not going to jail.
Right.
I'm gonna get who I need to get. I'm not missing. I'm not hitting no kids. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going to jail. And guess what? You get to be with your family. You get to be with your kids. You get to have a great life, and you get what you want.
Right.
Obeying me. So read it one more time. We'll go to the next precept.
Oh, God. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves,
Right.
but rather give place unto wrath.
Right.
For it is written, vengeance is mine.
Right.
I will repay.
Right.
Saith the Lord.
Right. He's going to handle that. He's going to get it done. And the key word is what we have to understand coming out of the world. When you do take vengeance, the right word that Yeragapar said is it's disrespectful.
Right.
It's disrespectful as hell to the Lord for you to say he's not going to do what he said he's going to do. You told your rib, I'm about to go handle these niggas. And she like, yeah, I don't know. He don't get it done. I got to do it. I got to go fight this nigga. He ain't got what it takes. That's basically what you're saying. He can't do it. I'm going to do it. What are you saying about the Lord? The Lord can't do it? The person you follow, the one you call out on, the one you obey, the one you submit to, can't handle this? Come on, man. You're not thinking.
Right.
You understand? Now let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 12.
How come?
And then I think the sister had a question for Proverbs 12 and 22. We're gonna get this precept, then we'll do what the sister wanted.
How come?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew,
right?
Chapter 7,
Mm-hmm.
verse 12.
Right.
Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you,
right,
do ye even so to them.
Right.
For this is the law and the prophets.
Right. So this is another, famous precept. They call this the golden rule. So this is the understanding that we have to start having when we come into the truth. They say, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. That's what Christ is teaching. It's not do unto others what they have done unto you. That's a big difference. This is completely two different worlds. One is of the Lord, one is of Satan, especially when it comes to our nation of people. Like somebody has to be the bigger person in this oppression. When stuff comes to that point, like, hey, don't treat him how he treated you. Treat him how you want to be treated. Because when you did this, that, and the third, and they were supposed to come get you, the Lord spared you and gave you another chance. But you don't want to give anyone else another chance?
Right.
Go ahead, up.
If I make sure what you're saying is so heavy, can I compare that to the same situation as brothers and sisters that may have been sexually abused as a kid?
Right.
You know what I mean? And they get older and they turn around and repeat what was done to them.
Right.
Like it was done to them.
Right.
Because there are cases where some people, like I was, taken advantage of as a kid. So I'm going to take you from this kid.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And that shows you how evil the spirit of that is.
Right.
Like that's the best example you can show of it. Right. How nonsense that sounds and how evil it is. Like even within our relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like talking with you know what I mean? Maria, like, okay, man, you don't like when I don't do the dishes, son. Just random example. I didn't do the dishes. I left the dishes dirty. Okay. Now, I catch you on a day. Okay, you didn't do the dishes today. Look, you telling me all the time. Well, see, that's what I'm telling you, Now you see how I feel. Like, you think that's going to make me want to do the dishes? You saying I've done the same thing to you, now you're going to do the same thing to me? It's going to make me want to not do it? Right. Don't you think it would be better if you say, you know what? Remember that time when you told me to do the dishes? And I, was telling you to do the dishes and you didn't do them? I'm going to do them today. Right. And see how it feels? Like, now you're going to be like, damn, I'm cut. Because, you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to cut her about doing something wrong. When she said I was doing something wrong, I just ignored it. But now she was the bigger person, and she did it even when I was wrong. So now next time I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do the dishes because I want to show, you know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing. It's like if somebody came and punch you in the face and they was wrong. They're like, damn, I was tripping. I had a bad day. And next time you have a bad day, you go back and punch them in the face and they deserve it. Even like, it's going to never stop. But if they did something to you and then you like, okay, now I have action, you give them the pass, they're more likely not to do it again. Right. But if no one ever just stops the cycle, it's going to keep going and going and going. So that's what Christ is trying to teach. All right, let's drop that. Matter of fact, read 13 too. Then. This is important too.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Right.
Enter ye at the straight gate.
Right.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right. Like it's easy. So we know this precept all the time, right? This is an easy way to destroy yourselves. It's a narrow pathway to do what's right. It's hard to do what's right. It's not made to be easy. The wide path is the easy road. But in reality, the class I did before, the things that make you free will enslave you. And the things that enslave you of the Lord will set you free. It's easy to go and get vengeance, but it's hard to do 25 years. It's hard to take someone on the chin and forgive another brother, but it's easy to be with your kids and your family and your rib and to go work and eat and travel and be with the Akim. And that's the freedom you get. You're going to have to be enslaved to following the rules of the Lord, and it hurts, but it's going to hurt a lot more to have that freedom for one moment to do what you want to do and then lose everything. You understand? All right, drop that and let's go to Leviticus 19:9.
Okay.
Well, shot. All right. And so like I did say, we're going to get the sisters precept too. Yeah, Project Bluebeam. That's what Matamia called it. I mean, that's what it's called too.
Okay.
Yeah. They want to put like some image of a white Jesus in the sky or something and fool people that Christ is returned. Go ahead.
Okay. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 9. Mm-hmm. And when ye reap the harvest of your land,
right,
thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field.
No, that's not the one I want. Go, you in 9. Go to like 17 or 18. Let me see what that is. So I want Leviticus 19:9. Is that where you at?
Okay.
All right, 19, and it might be 19 and 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Right.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Right. Like, these are commandments of the Lord. This is how we got to treat our brothers, man. You got to love your brothers, your people, Akim. You know what I'm saying? You cannot hate your brother. That's not it. It's against the law to do it. The same way eating pork. Like, we love the pork ones. Them is the best ones. That's the fake Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's the Christian. That's like the borderline of the Christianity of the truth. It's like pork. Ooh, that nigga got bacon. Nigga evil. I hope he died, and I hope he burned in hell. That nigga had a bacon sandwich. It's easy. That's it. All right. I see you. Most High Christ. You on the bacon tip. Most High Christ. We on it. We don't eat shrimp. We don't eat pork. We don't eat crab. We don't eat lobster. You don't do that. All right. Cool. We working with you. What else is some of the basic laws, brothers coming to truth? We growing your beard out. Most High in Christ. All right, that's the wow. You know what I mean? Like, those laws are these outward laws that are to separate us from the world. These inward spiritual laws are the hard ones that you can't just point and say, oh, that's bacon, you wrong. That's shrimp, you wrong. Do you hate your brother? Are you gonna do that in every case? Where does it stop at? What does he got to do? Is he owe you $50? Did he forget this? Did he break that at your house? Did he crash your whip? Now you hate the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Now you can kill this brother? Like what line, when, how long are you going to obey the laws of God before you say, you know what, this is lit? Because it's easy with begging, like, you want more bacon? No, I'm cool. Get that away from me. Like, all right, it's free. All right, good. I'm good. Like, nah, we're gonna put this on there. It's gonna be pork ribs. Like, you over that. You don't want it. But do you have that same zeal to not hate your brother, man, no matter what? Right. That's hard to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christ was trying to show these brothers, because brothers that got so used to the Sadducees and Pharisees, this outward appearance of an Israelite, of I've got fringes on. The fake Israelite, I got fringes. I'm righteous. Hallelujah. Baby, come on. They be so zeal. You know what I mean? Look at all my fringes. I'm righteous. Shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. Hakim. And they hate each other. They get on the phone. Yeah, this nigga, brother, so-and-so. Man, did you see that? Them niggas hate each other, man. It's because they think those, and I'm not saying they're minor laws. Don't confuse what I'm saying. But those starter laws, you were still in the world, but you was smoking weed and stop eating pork. Like, all right, that's the beginning of it. I know, because I'm saying for myself, like, I can stop eating pork and still get high. Right. But as I had to grow with the truth, I stopped eating pork and selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still be in the world and stop eating pork. But once you start really following these laws, the hard ones, then you start to realize, okay, yeah, now I'm in the truth. You know what I mean? But somebody raised their hand or somebody has something? All right. So read verse 18.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 18.
Right.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Right. Christ came and said, this is the two most important laws in the whole book. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. All the law stands on this. If you can do this, not when it's easy, but when it's hard, you in the truth. If you cannot avenge your brother, if you cannot hate your brother, if you can love him as yourself, now you are doing it. Right. And the key part I think a lot of brothers miss is the loving yourself. If you have a little bit of amount of love for yourself, then you don't have a lot of love for other people. I always say that, like, they always say you can never turn a hoe into a housewife. And they just make it sounds cool. But when you really dig deep into what that means, a whore does not love herself. Right. She can't. She give up her body for some blunts. She give up her body for some shoes. She give up her body for a purse. She hates herself because she's trying to have self-esteem based on money and cars and jewelry and clothes and purses. So she will have sex with men for money to buy a purse to make her feel good because she hates herself, right? She has a low self-esteem. So how the hell can she love you? What love does she got to give you when she hates herself? She sell her ass for a phone, an iPhone. How much love can she give you? She sell you. She sell herself. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. It's impossible. It's not some rap cool. It's in the Bible. You got to love others as you love yourself. If I would smoke crack and then tell you I got your back, nigga, you smoke crack. What are you talking about? How? You don't got your back. You got my back. I'm gonna die for you, nigga. I'm gonna hold you down, nigga. Anything you need, I got you. Nigga, you don't get yourself together. Right? Get that together. Stop doing that. I'll believe you once you show that you love yourself first. then I could understand and say, okay, yeah, maybe this brother do got my back.
Right.
If you don't love yourself, you have no love to give someone else.
Right.
You got to take care of yourself. You got to appreciate your life. And then if you really love yourself, then okay, yeah, this brother right here, now you can really show that love to this brother, right? That's the importance of the law, man. And that's what Christ was trying to put down. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get Luke 6:34. We're gonna run through some precepts real quick. All right. We already at 8:40. Trying not to go past 9.
It's like Luke 6:31.
Luke 6 and 30. No, 27. We'll start in there somewhere. Might have to bounce around a little bit. Luke 6, 30, 28. Go ahead when you got it. Matter of fact, go to 27. Did I say that? I did say 27. All right.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 27.
Right.
But I say unto you,
right,
which hear,
right,
love your enemies.
Whoa. What is Christ saying to do?
Love your enemies.
Keep going.
Do good to them which hate you.
This is the opposite of carnality. This is spiritual. This is being a fool for Christ. You do this, you a fool. Because Big Mama said, hit them. If they hit you, you hit them back. They do something to you, you do it back. Go ahead.
With the world call you a sucker.
Right.
You a sucker in the world. You do this.
Exactly.
You ain't got no heart.
Exactly. You a sucker. You weak. You know the other word. We're gonna go ahead and say it. Nah.
You a bitch.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. I was like, I'll take this. Let this in your moment.
You a bitch.
You a bitch.
Nah.
You understand?
Nah.
That's what that means. You love your enemy, somebody that harmed you, harmed your family, you a bitch. There's no other way to put it. Why is Christ telling you this? Is Christ wants you to be a bitch? Okay, explain it. How so? It's a contradictory. That's what I said. Like the Christians, they don't know what to do with the Bible because it's contradictory. You read, the Lord is a man of war, vengeance is his. Let somebody come and harm you and let it go. Let it slide. How, Sway? How does that all line up?
It goes back to the first scripture before.
Right.
The Lord said, vengeance is his.
There you go.
So if you, in this context, see something, you don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Be the same way you was before anything happened.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm going to take care of this.
Right.
Like I promise you.
Damn right. You know what I mean? And that's the heavy part. And that's what Christ is saying. And he's talking about your people. The Christians use it to tell you love the oppressor that's doing that. But he's saying, read it one more time. Right.
But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies. Do good to them which hate you.
Right. So not only it's two reasons why. You got one of the reasons why he wants you to do this. For one, if it's really bad, if it's really up, I'm going to take care of it. But the reality is you are in the same spot as him. And you on my list too. You coming to me asking me to knock some nigga down when I was on my way to knock you down. You both enemies to me. Like I'm trying to, how can you explain that in the world? Like the mafia. You know, the mafia, they go to the Don, whoever Don, and they be like, yeah, I got an enemy. I need you to take care of. He keeps messing with my daughter. He keeps slapping her. Can you do something about it? And he be like, all right, yeah. All right, I got you. But imagine that same nigga was stealing from the Don last week. And he like, nigga, I'm about to kill you. Why are you asking me to kill him? You should want to get him killed. Because damn near you asking me to kill him makes me want to kill you more and not kill him.
So how wicked you are.
Not even that. Technically, okay, well, let me say it one more time. Let me calm down a little bit. But in this analogy, you stole from me. I don't even know him.
Right.
He did something to you, and you want me to kill him because of what he did to you, when in reality, I'm trying to kill you. I should really let me and him are more closer to friends than me and you at this point. You talking about your enemy, nigga, you're my enemy. I should let him come get you. We and him should team together. Like, that's what Christ is saying. Like, you have been doing all this, and then you asking me for the past, because there's a precept on that in the Bible too. Whereas like one of the men that owed that master some money, and the master gave him the pass. And he went and saw somebody else and was like, I need all of that. He like, damn, why did I give you the pass and you don't want to give him the pass? I should have never gave you the pass if you wasn't going to treat him the way I treated you. You missed the whole point. So now I got to knock you down. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to give him the pass. Maybe he'll figure it out. But then maybe later on he won't, then I'll get him too. But at least the order of things is you're up first. Right. You on the list. You're the first one to go. You know better. He don't know better. He's in the world. You know the truth. You're first on the list. I expected that from him. I don't expect that from you. I already gave you the pass. I already showed you the way. He's out there. I sent you for him. You understand? Go ahead, Art. Salaki.
No, you just hit it on the head.
Yeah. All right, Most High in Christ. Let's get the sisters. Let me see. Is there anything else on that? Yeah, let's keep going a little bit.
Okay.
All right, this explains it all. Though we all know these precepts. Where we at? Verse 29. Yep.
Okay. That's like 28.
Yeah, 28. Yeah.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 28.
Right.
Bless them that curse you.
Right.
And pray for them which despitefully use you.
It's another one of the most gangster precepts in the Bible. Like, man, you know what's gonna happen to him so much because you trust in the Lord for him messing with you. You praying for him, not in some, I'm praying, like you praying for him. Like, that's a threat. I take it more like that. Like, that's some gangster shit. Like, man, somebody come and do something to you, you know, I'm praying for you. And you laugh. Somebody punch you in the face. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. Not in the Christian, I'm gonna pray for you. Because the Lord better be with you. Because if he's not with you, you are going to deal with his wrath. Go ahead.
Is it kind of like that? You remember Belly? When
Okay.
the came in and he was supposed to unmind to do like some type of Farrakhan.
Yep.
And when he came in, he's like, I'm waiting on you.
Huh.
I'm praying for you. Like, talk him all the way down.
Yeah.
Down. You know, like something like that, or
what were you saying? I'm praying for you.
Remember he just like
right.
You know, like I was expecting it.
And somebody do something to you, you like, I'm praying for you. It's like
it was more like a kick though.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. But I see where you're going with it. It's in the same spirit in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's just basically to the fact like you done so much. I damn near don't want to see this happen to you. What's about to happen to you? Because you done mess with me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, pray for them that have done this to you. Like, bless them that curse you. Because the Lord is not sparing them. You know what I mean? Go ahead up.
So would it be wrong to take solace in whatever punishment the Lord deals out to those that hate you?
If the Lord see fit, if it's an Israelite, I wouldn't rejoice in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's the precept? Romans 10:1. Get that. Yeah. But you stay where you at. Uriah's about to get it. And then But then drop down to verse 32 where you at, Mawakan.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye?
Mm-hmm.
For sinners also love those that love them.
Like, what does that mean? Somebody got that? Go ahead up.
As long as sir, it's just saying we haven't done anything outside of what a sinner does. So what is there to be? Like you haven't done anything yet because sinners do that as well.
Nah. Go ahead, you right.
If I may, so it's more on the lines of what's the difference between you and them? Y'all the same. If you love, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no difference between the two. If you love the person who you love and the sinner turn around and say, all right, I love this person, y'all both the same.
Right? And meaning, if you're not able to forgive him that has done some harm to you, then you're no better than him. Right? Because it's easy to love the ones that you love. Sinners do that. Like brothers and gangs really got love for each other and they come together to kill people. You know what I'm saying? Like Esau really loved, you don't think Donald Trump loved his children and won't go and blow your kids' heads off? It won't sell dope to your family? He got love for his family. That's why he's destroying your family. Does that make him a righteous man? Nah. Him loving his kids doesn't make him righteous. If he had love for your kids or his enemies' kids, then that would make him a good person. That's what he's saying. Like, if you are just showing love to your people, we in the truth, you showing love to the brothers, but then brother in the world, you can't show love to him because he didn't cut you off on the freeway. Now the nigga got the, you know what I'm saying? That's not real love. Like, real love is actually the suffering, the sacrifice. You got to take some losses to really show that love, right? And that's what he's saying. Like, when you're able to love your enemies, you're showing you really got love for your people, your nation of people. You really care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans so much that you are willing to forgive a brother even when they've done something wrong to you. All right, go ahead.
If I may, sir.
Yeah, please.
It's not similar to that, but along the lines, I'm just wondering if I can use this in that situation.
Right.
How remember on the Breakfast Club when the fake the Jewish man came on here?
Okay.
And Sean Man was like, man, but you don't believe it, kid. You don't believe it doing
right,
this.
right.
You pushing in the black community.
Right.
Because, oh man, I have kids.
My kids.
You know
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like he loves his kids. He's willing to say F your kids.
Exactly. Right.
He don't really love black people. He don't really love hip hop because he's willing to destroy all of our community for his family. Right. Evil men have always taken care of their own. Hitler and the Nazis, they loved each other. They'll kill everybody else that's not with them. You go to the blood neighborhood, they got blood love. So like, you know what I mean? They love each other. But anybody else, they're a hateful, evil group of niggas. And so when we try to compare and use that same spirit, it shows how evil it is. It's the same thing. Like, you treat others how you want to be treated, not how they treat you. You being that bigger person, you know, having forgiveness for your nation, for your people, is showing true love. You know what I mean? All right. Let's go to Proverbs 12 and 22. Oh, yeah, you got what I wanted? Yeah, go ahead. Salaki. Yep.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 1.
Right.
Brethren, my heart's desire in prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Right. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So he's saying that he wants all of Israel to be saved. Like, it's no glory in your people being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the vengeance, it's like that smoking on Tuka spirit. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, the nigga already dead. You gonna make songs about rolling him up in a blunt. You gonna piss on his grave. You gonna turn his casket over. You just trying to celebrate. Like, old gangsters used to even have that honorable spirit, at least. Like, okay, this is my enemy. Okay, he died. It's over. I did it, but I'm not about to celebrate it just out of respect for his family, out of respect for his children, out of respect to I won. Like, there's no need to celebrate the win because it's evil. Like, you really, a real gangster don't want to have to put nobody down. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. Brothers don't sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fun. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're a real sick, demented person, and that's why they really try to put that spirit on brothers, where these brothers is really I'm smoking on the ops. I'm smoking. I'm a demon. They want to make you feel happy about being evil when they really hear the stories. When they tell you the truth, they're like, yeah, I can't sleep. I got PTSD. I sip so much lean. I'm popping perks. I'm smoking hella weed because I can't sleep. I keep seeing this brother's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fun. It's not cool. Even no matter how much you hate somebody, you know, and that's, yeah. Go ahead, Doc. You got something?
If I may, sir, a good example of that would be David when Saul died.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to kill David.
Right.
But when they died, David was like, he cried. Everybody around David cried.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because for him, it was for us all to really squash that and love each other.
Exactly. And even more, you remember the heathen. I don't know if you know that precept, but the heathen came and tried to brag that he killed Saul, even though he didn't do it. Right. And David killed him. Like, how dare you put your hands on one of the Lord's anointed? Like, this is my people. He's my enemy. He's trying to kill me. But ain't no white boy about to come over here. You know what I mean? Just, you got to put it in real life terms. You funking with the other side of town. That's out. Just like the BDs and GDs. They from 65th. They from 63rd. They coming. Some Edomite that killed FBG Duck. Talking about, yeah, Dirk, I got him. He like, nigga, bah. The hell? That nigga from Chicago. He from the South Side, nigga. Exactly. You know, he was my enemy, but nigga, I respected him. And nigga, that's up the street. Like, you not from here. Like, how you gonna come over here and try to brag on me that you didn't kill this dude? Like, nah. We had a personal issue. That was family beef. I don't glory in this brother dying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the spirit if someone does that. If the Lord has vengeance on them, you're like, damn. I would if it was. I wish he could have had more time to get right and get in the truth. But he didn't, and the Lord dealt with him. It is what it is. The Lord see fit if he rise again, he rise again. If not, he don't. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. That brother had a son. That brother had a daughter. He had a mother. He had a cousin. He lost because he was so evil, and now they all got to more. This is bringing more pain to our nation. We don't glory in that. We want to save our nation, and we want to see these oppressors pay. We glory in that. And we still have some type of, what's that called? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not supposed to, like, as you raising the truth, like, you more and more you get seasoned. You don't want to just, September 11th happen tomorrow. You don't want to be super, you know what I mean? Like, we can do that when the class is over, if this is what you want to do. But you don't want to be out in the interview and just try, yeah. You know what I mean? Have some class about yourself. Like, we're not even going to glory in their death, you know, like that to a certain level. But when we get our kingdom, yeah, we turn up. Right. But let's go to Proverbs 12:22, and then we'll probably put one more precept. We'll go ahead and close it out. We're almost at 9 o'clock. The water for y'all being here. 22? Yep. Let's see what the sister wanted. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22.
Right.
Lying lips are abomination to the Lord.
Right.
But they that deal truly are his delight.
Right. So, you know, this is just giving wisdom. It's very, you know, straight to the point. It's showing you the opposites, right? Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. Like, lying is unlawful. It's if you are lying, it's because you're in fear or something. It's the same thing. Like, there's no reason to lie. It's better to tell the truth. It's abomination. The Lord doesn't support liars. But they that deal truly are his delight. So not only on just a small level, just dealing truly and being honest and honorable in everything that you're doing every day in day-to-day life, but dealing truly by telling the truth. Like, we speak the truth of the Lord. Nobody else wants to do it. We say, a boy is a boy is a boy. He's not a girl. He can never be a girl. He can't turn into a girl. That's the truth. The world is saying a lie. Like, he deals in delight in those that speak truly. We got to speak the truth regardless of whatever anybody wants to say about it. You know what I'm saying? When you're lying, it's the same spirit. You see what I mean? Like, you can just think it's just a small lie right here. You saying this over here. This is the same spirit as them saying this boy is a girl. Once you start somewhere, it can lead all the way to that. You lying with this is going to lead all the way to that. That's why I say the oppressor is the father of lies. He starts this one, and then you realize how great it gets. Next thing you know, they're telling everybody in America, y'all are not Israelites. They're telling everybody it's okay to smoke weed, telling everybody it's okay to do this, do that, the third. And you see how much destruction comes from all these lies. And then you see how much righteousness comes from the truth. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully that answers the sister's question. All right, last couple precepts. What do we want? 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We can skip that. Give me Ephesians 4 and 26.
Before Corinthians?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We know that. We're not made to fight at this point with our own. We don't have the authority over violence like the oppressor does.
Like Ephesians
4 and 26.
Come.
Yep.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Right.
Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Right. Let not the sun go down upon your what?
Upon your wrath.
Like your wrath. You want to let your wrath go. You understand? Like, be ye angry and sin not. You can be angry. You're supposed to feel that way. Like, it's not wrong. You know what I mean? But the sinning is wrong. You know what I mean? Your feeling, it can be right. But the sin is wrong because the Lord is saying, you know, this is his job. He's going to handle that. He's going to sort it out. And I've seen it. You know what I mean? I really have messed up, you know, in my life coming into the truth where I let my anger and my wrath want to have vengeance now and take it into my own hands, knowing I shouldn't have, and got to deal with the consequences after. And I'm like, damn. When that IUIC thing happened, when they did the Kansas foe, and then like a month later, one of them got shot in Kansas in the same city. I was like, yeah, I'll never do nothing again. I'll never take vengeance in my own hands. Like, I'm going to listen to the generals, man. Kind or unkind. Right. They know what's going on. The Lord is with them. Anybody harm one of his little ones, it's better that you tie a great millstone around your neck and go in the ocean, because you better off playing Russian roulette. You better off shooting yourself, because the Lord's not going to be nice. You know what I mean? So I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen more than once in the truth, where it's like anybody that tries to come up against us, something's going to happen to them and they're going to be destroyed. So why not sit back and wait? Happen. You say you believe in the Lord.
Right.
You say you follow the Bible. Okay. Test it out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that from Captain Gadalhar. You know what I'm saying? Give it up for Captain Gadalhar too, man. Coming out here, having a good time with the Ottawa and the brothers, man. Doing the skits, going out, hanging out, man. Good brotherhood. But Captain Gadalhar, one point in time, I was trying to make it to one of these barbecues, and I think it was in Texas, right? And he was like, or I think it was in Chicago. Yep, because we were in Texas at a barbecue in Texas that I made it to. But he was like, man, I want to Chicago. You gonna get out there? I'm like, yeah, it's like a cap. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. I don't got the funds for it. He was like, man, if you need some funds, I'm gonna help you get there. I'm like, Salaki, sir, it's too wild. I ain't gonna make it. He's like, nah, test my brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm telling you I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I got back. As soon as he said it like that, I'm like, well, damn. I called him a month later, so I'm like, yes, sir, I need this to get out there, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, I don't got it right now. Give me like 2 days. Boom. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? He stood on business. He showed his brotherhood. He did what he said he was going to do. And, That's something that I try to say and use after learning that lesson from him. But it's the same way with the Lord. Like, you follow the Lord, test the outer one. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he's gonna give vengeance. Test it out. We done heard all the stories that happened. You know what I'm saying? Not as I'm telling a story like this brother then hung himself. You heard about that, huh? Did he? The brother didn't tell you that. We don't talk about that in class. I'll tell you after class. That is a crazy story. But and the brother, anyway, so like, but for real, the Lord's like, man, yeah, test my brotherhood. Test that I'm not the Lord who I say I am.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna prove to you, yeah, vengeance is mine. He did something against you, we got you. It's over. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So where we at? Yeah, be angry, sin not. Read verse 27.
Verse 27.
Hold on. Read verse 26 one more time.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 4,
right.
Verse 26.
Right.
Be ye angry,
right,
and sin not.
Right.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Right, because my wrath is gonna come out. Don't worry about your wrath. It's gonna be the wrath just a little bit. Yeah, we closing out. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? Verse 27.
Neither give place to the devil.
Right. Exactly. Like, don't let the devil come in and do and finesse you out of this. Because that's really what he wants. He wants you to lose. He wants them to lose. Everybody lose when you don't let the Lord do what he need to do. All right. Anything else? I got a good one too. Psalm 58. I got a couple more, but we're just gonna do Psalm 58 10 for real. We just have to pull those at another time.
Psalm 58 and 10.
10. Yep, it's a good one.
That
one is a good one. Shout out Matamia. Yo. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Good night. Yeah, that one is a good one. And like I said, we know this is really for the oppressor, right? But at the end of the day, if it is really what it's supposed to be, and that's how it happened, I'm talking in that other little, you know what I mean? But if that's what it is, and that's how all right. If it's really that, and it's really right, okay, maybe. But if it's, really the oppressor, man, that's why I use this one for, though. I wouldn't use this one for our people. But this is showing the spirit of the Lord. Like that real vengeance that he's ready to take upon our enemies and the ones that are harming the children of the Lord, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This is how we're going to feel about these devils that have been harming us. One more time.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 10.
Right.
The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Right. Like, why are the righteous rejoicing when they see it, the vengeance? Let's see if somebody can get. Go ahead, Ura. Nah.
It's because they stood on faith.
Right.
They trusted the Lord.
Right.
That's why they will rejoice when they see the vengeance.
Right.
They didn't have like the scriptures you've been bringing out.
Mm-hmm.
So heavy. Don't take it in your own hand. Let the Lord wrap shine.
Right.
Because to see something happen to somebody that harmed you wrongfully.
Right.
And you won't do it.
Right.
It's like, man.
You feel me? That's a glorious feeling. He couldn't have nobody could break it down more perfect than that. That's it. That's literally it. They was talking about Captain Kaposh and they were having camp. And this brother was out there talking crazy to them, saying all types of craziness. I'll do this to you, nigga. Your mama is this. If I see your woman, I'm gonna do this to her. Just saying crazy stuff for hours or however long, right? And they, brothers is getting like, all right, we about to, fall on this nigga. And then Cap like, nah, let him go. They said that brother left. They said they seen him like 6 months later. He didn't have no legs. No legs. Like, now imagine if they would have beat him up he would have kept his legs. You know what I mean? That's the sad part. Like, for real. Because the Lord been like, man, why y'all do that? Yeah. And like I said, it's not glorious. I didn't want the brother to lose his legs either. That's how they feel. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? But that was his judgment. Like, he should need to chill out. Brother, the people that see that need to watch and learn. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it's righteous. Like, you see that happening to your enemies, you're like, damn, I didn't have to do nothing. And it's worse than what I wouldn't have even thought of that. They was just going to rough him up a little bit, not take his leg. Captain Compassionate Brother was not about to cut his legs off right on the middle of the street downtown Indianapolis. Nobody, you know how in the movies and stuff where they with a group of people and they doing something and one brother go too far, like a house party. When they was like, yeah, we're gonna go over and rough him up, we're gonna do that. He's like, yeah, we should burn the whole house down. It was like, whoa, I wasn't talking about doing all that. I was just talking about beating up a few people. You want to fucking kill innocent people in there? Like, no, I wasn't gonna do all that. The Lord, like, he's that cat. The Lord is that. He like, I want to. His son about to catch this, and his rib about to lose it. I'm about to cut his goddamn legs off for messing with my brothers, my children. You know what I'm saying? Let me handle it. I'm gonna do it more than what you can do. Go ahead.
If I may, Lord, the crazy part about what you said,
the water.
so heavy is that might have just been the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been something going on with this brother where it started with your leg.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that's still in you. Like you still feel this. That's crazy. It's like
Yeah. Exactly. That's real, man. That exactly. You never know where the end of that is. He could not be alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen the Taza doctors that left the school and talk about Comanchiana end up getting the federal indictment and going to federal prison and then dying in federal prison with COVID at 44 years old. Like, anybody that ever came up or tried to do something always happens. So let's just say, Lord be with them. That's like when we tell the brother leaving the class, Lord be with you, that's a blessing. Other people doing it, we say, Lord be with you, that's a warning. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord be with you. You want to keep doing this. Because if he ain't with you, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? But that's it. We at 9:10. I don't want to go hold brothers too long. The water for y'all for coming. But that's the important thing. If the moral of the story is, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to be tested in these times. Every way, shape, and form. And it's going to be either you're going to live this book or you're going to read this book. It's easy to read this book. That's what Christians do. It's hard to live this book.
right.
These things and these topics in these classes that we talk about, when the time comes to live it, make sure you have enough of it in you to where you can pass the test. You understand? All right, with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Uraga Bar.
With that concludes the Thursday night scripture class. Man of Israel module, which means to stand. Man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Man of Israel, a module Shabbat, a module Barak.
Yahbashim Yahshak Rakatham.
Yahbashim Yahshak Rakatham.
Yahzmatah, so which means to turn. Sisters of module, if you're in class or online, Man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters out there. Man of Israel, module Shabbat, a module Barak.
Yahweh Shemar Alatham Bashim Yahushai.
Yahzmatah, dismiss.